Okay, welcome everyone. This is Kaleen O'Connor. I am joining you from Florida, USA. It's evening for me. I know it's morning for some of you. So wherever you're joining us from, I'm so glad you're here during this holiday season. And wanted to let you know that you're in for lots of fun and adventure tonight. This is a live webinar. We're going to dive into the world of cellular health. And so we invite you to shift your mind down into the world of your cells. And our goal tonight, we have myself included as your host, two other phenomenal live speakers that it's just a joy, honestly, to hear from them. And I'm sure you'll feel the same way by the end of the webinar. But our goal is to make sure that we add value to you, because we know that there's so many attention units we all have. And the fact that you're taking time to be with us and to increase your own knowledge is phenomenal. If it's your first time joining us, feel free to take notes. The way this flows is we will have a presentation, and I'll introduce our first presenter in a moment. Some live storytelling as well to give you some direct reality on how this health breakthrough impacts lives. And then I'll come back at the end and make sure you know how to take advantage of resources that come with this breakthrough. And if we have time, we do a bit of live question and answer. And so if you have questions that come up, since this is in webinar mode, put them in the chat box. We will get to them either by directly responding or answering them at the end of the webinar, okay? So with that, I'd like to introduce our first speaker, Mr. Stevie Aquilina. He is joining us from Australia. And one of the many things I love about Stevie is that he really is a person that walks the walk, not just talks the talk. So everything that you'll learn from him tonight, he has either directly experienced or learned from his own commitment of just increasing his knowledge about how we can maintain healthy lives and really make a difference in the world with people through the global health project that we're all involved in. So with that, I'd like to introduce you officially, Stevie. Thank you for being with us, and I can't wait to hear your presentation tonight.
Awesome. Thank you so very much, Kaleen. And you have a tremendous amount of knowledge as well, but more importantly, I just love the significant amount of effort that you put into using it to better people's lives and to be a force for good in the world. And so I admire you and Hamilton for that too. And yeah, really grateful that I get to partner with you in this business, but also have you guys as friends. So thank you very, very much. And thank you everyone very much for being here and deciding to spend this time with me. I don't intend to waste it because your time is incredibly valuable, because I cannot refund it to you. And so I am sincerely grateful that you have decided to come and spend some of your valuable time with me. All right, perfect. So let's get going. All right, so as Kaleen said, yeah, I'm Stevie Aquilina. And again, thank you very much for spending this time with me. My family and I, we live in Australia. Originally, we are from Sydney, but now we live on the Gold Coast, which was a dream come true when we can make that happen. And if you don't know where the Gold Coast is in Australia, let me tell you, it's beautiful. We're minutes away from beautiful beaches, mountains, rainforests, coastal cities, theme parks. We absolutely love it. I have a very blessed life. I have time and freedom that allows me to enjoy a great lifestyle with my family. That has also taken us to many parts of the world that once upon a time just way too far outside of our reach. But the good vibes and good times, I should say. No, not always. I was a difficult child with problems and difficult to parent in school. I never made the grades, often told I was stupid and useless. And when you're told something like that often enough, especially when you're young and impressionable enough, you start to believe it. And later I became a teenage runaway and a high school dropout. With that kind of thinking, I walked myself way off track on life's journey throughout my teens and 20s. I had more than 20 different jobs in less that time. For over a decade, I was a very dumb but very good-looking bouncer in what used to be the most popular nightclubs in Sydney. Okay, kidding about the good-looking part, but not about the dumb part. I had big dreams. I wanted to be, do, and have more. Really, though, I wanted to give more, actually. I had little self-esteem, though. So had done little with my life and therefore little to give. Now, physically, I have always, even to today, been athletic, mainly in martial arts. But back then I had health troubles, autoimmune disorder, inflammatory issues, severe skin, respiratory and gut conditions most of my life. and very bad injuries along the way too, very hardcore martial arts. Financially, I got myself stuck in go nowhere jobs with hopes going nowhere, no prospects, no financial security, no financial dignity. I've been behind so much that I've had the phone, electricity, and gas cut off. I've not been able to run my car on anything more than just the fumes of petrol. I've been evicted for not paying rent. I mean, no financial dignity. You wouldn't have backed me. I always believed in possibilities, but doubted my potential. And so did everybody else. So I was trapped. I was feeling unfulfilled, unhappy, frustrated, unable to be who I wanted to be. Some things in my life, though, have been very fortunate for me. First, I met the girl of my dreams, and from right then and there, I was motivated more than ever before to become more. She believed in me, told me I always was more, and when you're told something often enough, right? And second, I was also introduced to this company's life-changing breakthrough, opportunity, and training. The company leaders are extremely successful people, and they believed in me too and taught me how to believe and become more. And so today, instead of having health and wealth problems, I solve them because of this life-changing breakthrough. Instead of financial insecurity and indignity, I have security and dignity because of this life-changing opportunity. And instead of being trapped, unfulfilled, unhappy, and frustrated, I now have more, with the ability to believe and become more, because this company's training has shown me a life-changing better way. Now I want nothing more than to better people's lives in any one of these life-changing ways too. And so first, what I want to share with you is that life-changing breakthrough that I mentioned to you. It is the most significant health and life science breakthrough of our lifetime. Medical experts say this, a very big breakthrough. They say greater than the discoveries of DNA or penicillin. For 2 decades, science had declared that this was impossible. It's a breakthrough with enormous potential, proven by renowned universities and world-leading laboratory studies. A very advanced breakthrough. We're talking like 15 years ahead of its time. Any health goals or challenges you can think of, remarkable results, and drug companies, get this, they wanted it shut down. More about that a little later. Before I tell you what this is, let's be clear about what this is not, because this is nothing like anything else you've ever seen before. What we'll be talking about here goes well beyond any drugs or nutrition, well beyond any type of ingredients or technology you already know about, because what I'm about to show you is an entirely new frontier in science that is truly groundbreaking, category creating. It is a real deal healthcare breakthrough. The ASEA Redox cell signaling technology is a drink that contains active redox signaling molecules. What are those? Redox molecules are made by your cells. So they are native to your body. They are your cellular messengers that affect your cell-to-cell communication, instruction, and operation, all the way down to your genetic expression in a positive way. Redox signaling is a remarkable process because it is the actual process that empowers your body to heal itself by telling your cells how to protect healthy cells, repair unhealthy cells, and replace damaged cells. Redox signaling molecules also activate your body's immune system to protect against bacteria, viruses, and infection. Look, redox signaling is what keeps cells functioning and healing at optimal levels. Why is this all important? Because we are all made all of cells. We live and die at the cellular level. Healthy cells makes up a healthy body, and of course, healthy life. Redox signaling molecules are the keys to life, because they are essential for the activation and function of our normal physiology. All of our body's major systems, whether it be biochemical or physiological, they all critically depend on redox signaling. Critically. Because if all of your cells were to suddenly stop making redox signaling molecules right now, you wouldn't live longer than just a few more seconds. Without your redox signaling molecules, life ends. And so if our body already makes redox molecules, why do we need to give our bodies more? Well, when we're born, we do make an abundance of redox molecules. That's generally why children have so much energy, how they can run around all day and not wake up sore the next, how they can bounce back so quickly from an injury or illness. However, as we age, along with stress, poor diet, toxins, and all sorts of other environmental assaults, our cells break down. and our body's ability to make redox molecules declines daily. Without as many redox molecules giving clear cell signals, our whole cellular protection and healing process becomes slow. Our cells break down more, and so does our health, wellness, youth, and vitality. So ASEA takes science seriously and is highly committed to ongoing research with renowned universities and world-leading laboratories, allowing those outside and independently reviewed studies to prove the potential of ASEA redox supplements, demonstrating the safety and efficacy of the ASEA redox products, certifying them as safe and effective in every body. And ASEA is within a very real and significant space of science, because redox is based in Nobel Prize winning research. Since the first Nobel Prize was awarded to these three professors back in 1998 for the first discovery of redox molecules, there have now since been multiple Nobel Prizes awarded for research in this field. And if you went along to pubmed.gov, which is where all peer-reviewed medical studies are published, and you typed in redox signaling, you would see well over 33,000 results. There are more than 1,500 medical textbooks that have been published on redox signaling. And this slide will already be out of date, with around 150 studies coming out almost every single month. According to medical researchers, as also reported in the Huffington Post, redox signaling is one of the fastest emerging fields in science that will shape all of our lives in the coming years. There are now multiple universities who've received tens of millions of dollars in grants to open up redox research centers. There are now global medical conferences and congresses being held about redox. Medical doctors are specializing in redox, with one such professor, a doctor at Harvard Medical School, who has a PhD and title that includes Director of Redox Medicine, and ASEA is already light years ahead. ASEA redox users enjoy cell signaling benefits, which translates to health at its most foundational level. Here's just one example. ASEA redox has been scientifically tested and shown to signal the activation of genetic pathways and affect genes that improve immune system health, help maintain a healthy inflammatory response, help maintain cardiovascular health and support arterial elasticity, improve gut health and digestive enzyme production, and modulate hormone balance to support vitality and wellness. These genes are key in the health of every individual. They play a vital role, not just in the 5 mentioned human health areas, but also in dozens of additional genetic pathways. Moreover, ASEA redox has also been scientifically tested and shown to enhance your body's own production and efficiency of antioxidants by up to 800%. Further studies show that ASEA lowers oxidative stress. Head professors of this university study saying that one of the most important effects of ASEA on disease risk factors is its ability to reduce oxidative stress. Now that is significant, because all degenerative health conditions are caused by oxidative stress. Also, from rigorous toxicology studies, ASEA is proven to be 100% safe. 0% toxicity. Why? Because redox molecules are native to your body. They're already in you. Your body already makes them. It's just that now your body can't make as much of them as it used to when it was younger and or healthier. And so if you have health challenges, or if you have people that you care about who do, if you have a wish to look, live and feel young again, or if you have the very good sense for protecting your health because you don't want to become old and unwell, or whether you have a goal of having high levels of human performance, greater athleticism, better in sport, bigger and stronger in the gym, any health goal you can think of, redox users and medical doctors are seeing just remarkable results. But you don't need to take my word for it. Here are some medical doctors. Listen to what they have to say.
Redox signaling molecules are like the DNA whisperer. They signal cells to be healthy. And because of age, because of medications, because of toxicity in the environment, you lose your ability to make the redox signaling molecules. So having them with ASEA simply replenishes what your body is doing natively when you were young. You know, I've been in the business for 40 years, and this is the first time that I've ever heard about the redox signaling molecules, which to me is a breakthrough of the 21st century, akin to the electric light bulb in the 20th century and maybe even the discovery of penicillin. Because your body is a redox signaling program. And to be able to replenish it on a day-to-day basis, internally and externally, is not just a breakthrough, it's a game changer.
Health is something we have to earn. What can I do to get to the root of things and really prevent problems from happening? Is it possible? And the answer is yes.
You know, I think most people don't actually really consider their health until it's gone. So it's the choices that we make today that are going to determine the level of our wellness and our health and our healthy longevity tomorrow.
We want to keep people healthy. We don't want to see that deterioration. The whole process of the anti-aging and regenerative medicine that I'm so passionate about is on the premise that we can maintain energy, we can maintain health.
So prevention is key, but people need to value it, and people need to understand what it is and take responsibility.
Inside every cell in your body, you're constantly producing negative and positive molecules called oxidants and reductants. And the contraction of that name is redox.
So with these molecules, we're amping up that communication. We're helping that cell signal.
Without these cell signaling molecules, we simply wouldn't do the gene replication that we need, the DNA sequencing that we need. These redox signaling molecules interact throughout the body with every cell that we know.
Every cell in our body needs these molecules for communication purposes. The more balanced they are, the more abundant they are, the healthier we are.
ASEA actually has the combination of the oxidants and the reductants that the body makes. So all we're doing with ASEA is enhancing what the body is already doing.
Having a product, a technology that's native to the body doesn't have to worry about detoxifying it because it knows exactly what to do with redox molecules. It's one of, if not the safest recommendation I ever make to a patient.
They found a way to stabilize them outside the body. And you can actually put them back into bodies that are deficient in those molecules. That's a game changer.
To have something that at its molecular level is native to the body is nothing short of a breakthrough.
This is something that's foundational for health, for every cell. It affects every cell in our body. And not just the cells, but the very DNA within those cells. You know, we talk about the discovery of DNA as being a huge breakthrough, the discovery of penicillin. Yes, these were absolutely huge discoveries. But now we have something that actually goes even deeper.
This is where the future lies. And this is why redox chemistry and supplements that employ this are so powerful.
They literally turn on and turn off, signal every single process in every living cell. And to be able to stabilize a product that allows us to replenish that is just a phenomenal breakthrough.
This has the capability to change the landscape of the healthcare system as we know it.
So now that we've spoken about cellular health from the inside out, let's show you what's possible from the outside in. That's made possible by ASEA's topical versions of Redox technology. They are Renew 28 Redox Gel and our Intensive Redox Serum. Now, these Redox technologies are supported and even enhanced by their complementary all-natural ingredients products, our Gentle Refining Cleanser, and our Ultra Replenishing Moisturizer. But a picture is worth 1,000 words. So let's just show you what our ASEA Redox technologies are worth with these amazing health, anti-aging, and age-reversing results. Lines and wrinkles are smoothed out, elasticity comes back to the skin. Skin blemishes, spots, dots and marks, irritations, inflammations, aggravations, other signs of poor health to the skin being rejuvenated, being renewed, right? You know what? Even the aftermath of some of these unfortunate conditions come back to the proper surface of the skin. Now, this is Rosie. The dramatic difference you're seeing in the first two pictures on the left could not be seen by Rosie because she didn't take those pictures. And Rosie actually believed that the products were not working. Rosie went to see her doctor. That's who told Rosie about ASEA and who took these pictures. And Rosie told the doctor that the products did not work. The doctor showed Rosie these pictures, and I guess the rest of the story can be seen here, right? Everyone says they want to see how ASEA goes, naturally, of course. But Rosie missed the changes, and because she didn't take those pictures, and you may miss them too, so please take your own pictures. and get someone to help you if you need help taking some pictures, because that's how you see how it goes. And for anything you can't take a picture of, keep a written record instead. Make a list before your ASEA arrives about everything about your health, whether it be energy, stress, sleep, digestion, mental focus, muscle and joint comfort, endurance, workout, recovery, any specific health concerns or challenges that you would like to track, and give each item on that list a score from 1 to 10. A score of 10 means it's very good. And then do this again after 7, 30, 60, 90 days, and so on. Some people notice results early on, like Rosie, in about 7 weeks, others even in less, 7 days, and most people can have an experience in around 7 minutes. But some people need to apply more product, more time, more patience, generally when there's more going on with their health. That's natural, right? Excuse me. What we know scientifically is that redox molecules are just that. They're redox molecules, and they're all the same. They're the same in you as they are in me, as they are in animals and plants too, as they are in bottles of ASEA products. They're all precisely the same. Studies show that ASEA redox products have an immediate positive effect. They work in every single person, every single time. It would be scientifically impossible for them to not work in you and or hurt you. But what does differ from person to person is the time it takes them to notice the change. This doctor did a little experiment on his own, on his very own face, and used Renew 28 on only half of his face and not the other. Can you spot the difference? Now, Renew 28 is not just for the face, as you can see here, arms and hands and bellies even. Here's some more pictures of bellies. And also buttocks, thighs, and all over. These pictures are actually from a study from a world-leading laboratory. The study was done because there were many reports coming in from all over the world of people saying that their cellulite had disappeared while they were using Renew 28. So scientists set upon double-blind, placebo-controlled clinical trials to see, was there any truth to these stories? What they found was after just 12 weeks, there was a 16% reduction in the appearance of cellulite. And when the scientists did ultrasounds to try and discover why this was happening, they saw the fat, the subcutaneous fat causing the cellulite, was actually being dissolved from the use of Renew 28. Renew 28 helps reduce the appearance of cellulite and wrinkles, enhancing skin texture, smoothing the skin, supporting surface skin cell renewal for not only visibly younger looking skin, actual healthier skin. And Renew 28 helps soothe skin discomfort after things such as shaving, sun exposure. Renew 28 is not just for the skin though, it helps soothe discomfort around the body. And you can know about it in about 10 minutes. If you have some discomfort around your body, rate that discomfort on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most discomfort. Apply Renew 28 on the point of discomfort 3 times within 5 minutes. And usually 9 to 10 out of every 10 people will notice a soothing or reduction of discomfort within approximately 10 minutes. Nothing I've said here has been intended to diagnose anything that you're going through. And ASEA does not claim to treat or cure any diseases. I'll be back in a little bit to tell you about a very significant opportunity running behind all of this. But for now, I'll hand it back to you, Kaleen.
Awesome. Thank you, Stevie. So next we're going to introduce Dan Doyle, who truly is a friend to many all over the world, including myself and my family, because he is one of the people that shared ASEA with me over 4 years ago and literally changed my life forever. So with Danny, we're going to get to hear how this has touched his life personally as well, on the health personal side, but even the business side of it. Thanks for joining us, Danny.
Thanks, Kaleen. Great to be with you guys today. Hello, everybody. Aloha from Honolulu, Hawaii. Okay, so I'm going to be telling my story as I normally do, and that's exactly what we do as far as this business is concerned. There is a business behind this incredible breakthrough, and the great thing is, guys, we don't sell anything to anybody or convince anybody to do anything at all. This is all about sharing our stories. We don't sell, we tell. And great to have you guests on to listen to my story, and also Stevie and Kaleen informing you of this breakthrough and what it is and what it can do for you and your families. So I'm going to go through my stories. Before I do that, I just want to reiterate, as Stevie said, that these products aren't intended to treat, diagnose, cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition. But I can tell you, as it did for my father, who was a skeptic, with long-term use of these products, or sometimes even short-term use, these products are a cure for skepticism. So let's get into my story. As I said, I am in Honolulu in Hawaii right now. Great to meet a lot of new friends here, and we're having a great time sharing this with a lot of people, and it's moving very, very fast because the product speaks for itself. So I grew up in Sydney in Australia and played many, many sports. Used to love playing rugby and doing judo gymnastics, but as time went on in my late teens, moved to aerobics and then bodybuilding. And this is a picture of me after I finished up surfing and aerobics and got into this sport. And the reason I did that was because I owned a gym in Australia, and I used to be a personal trainer. And, you know, obviously being in the industry, in the health and fitness industry, you want to be a product of the product, as we are now with taking this product to SEER. So let's fast forward. This was the beginning of me being a young entrepreneur. I was 24 years old in this photo. Fast forward 20 years to the age of 44. Not a bodybuilder anymore, but this is a picture of me, and I wanted to be the best version of a 50-year-old that I could be leading up to that. And I still keep very fit and healthy, but in between 24 and 44, I built and sold 20 traditional businesses over 20 years, employed 3,500 people, give or take, and very, very successful in traditional business. I can tell you that I dropped out of school, and I never let school get in the way of a good education. I didn't have a mentor or a trainer, all self-taught, and so did extremely well in traditional business. But after this photo was taken in the next year, 2011, doctors gave me some really bad news. This is a photo of me literally 6 months after that last photo in 2011. And as you can see, I've got no hair from the top of my head to my toes. Doctors told me I had not one, but two major health challenges. And what I went through in that hospital for 2.5 years, I wouldn't wish upon my worst enemy. This is a very fake smile because I'm with a hero of mine, Johnny Manor, who played the highest levels of rugby in Australia, and very, very good at his sports. He'd already been through all the hospital visits that I'd started. And at 21 years old in this photo, he was in remission. Unfortunately, after this photo was taken, his issue came back, went back into hospital. He lost all his hair again, lost a whole heap of weight. But unfortunately for Johnny, he never came out of hospital. We lost him at the age of 23 years old. Very, very sad time. At the end of my hospital visits, 2.5 years, my doctors told me to get my affairs in order. I was very angry, and I was one of these guys that was conditioned and grew up that a doctor was the person who takes care of our health. But unfortunately, that's not the case. We really need to take the responsibility of our health into our own hands, which is what I did at this point. And I've learned, and I teach, don't leave it till you lose your health to start doing something about it. Take the responsibility back into your own hands now. So I did some research, and my research led to an alkaline diet. And, you know, it was very difficult coming from Australia, where we like barbecues and drinking beer and wine and having red meat, to totally clean up my act. But that's what I did. I became a pescatarian. I ate fish, salad, vegetables, and I drank a lot of great pure drinking water. So I tried that, and I also implemented a lot of products from a lot of network marketing companies from around the world. And I was on a product from Zango called mangosteen juice. I was on a whole bottle of that a day. Isogenics, product B. I was on Protandim from LifeVantage. I was on Max products, Celgevity, and I was also on Kangen water. Now, you would think with me looking after my health for 2 years that my health would have been heading in the right direction, but I can tell you that wasn't the case. This is a photo of me 2 years looking after my own health. So nothing was working. My blood works were still heading in the wrong direction. I was still in a lot of trouble with my health. This is 2014 now. A friend of mine, Bart Cotter, reaches out, and all he said was, I think I found something that can help you. So long story short, I got on a plane, jumped on a plane in Sydney, Australia, and I flew to Salt Lake City, Utah. I met him in the headquarters of this company called ASEA, Cellular Health Company, and started on this ASEA Redox cell signaling supplement. Long story short, again, in 3 hours, my body was detoxing so fast, I had little red spots all over my upper torso. That happened in 3 hours. Next morning, I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to test this stuff that I was drinking in the past 12 hours. And I had a caffeine intolerance for 20 years. Any more than two coffees, I'm buckled over all day with discomfort and bloating. That issue was gone literally overnight on this product. 48 to 72 hours in on the product. I had so much lung damage from what they did to me in that hospital. I had trouble breathing and talking at the same time. Well, 2 to 3 days on the product, my lungs were functioning perfect. So I went back to Australia, and obviously with those results in the short few days, do you think I stayed on the product? Do you think I kept drinking the product? Of course I did. Unfortunate thing was that we lost everything when I lost my health. We were actually living in a van, almost went to the Salvation Army for food stamps, but just scraped together enough money to get what we call the maintenance amount, which is 1 bottle per week. Psychologically, mentally, I knew, and stressing out, I knew I needed at least a bottle a day for what I was going through, but persisted on the maintenance amount. As the year went on, the next year went on, I could financially afford to take more product. 12 months after this photo in 2015, this is the day the doctors gave me some really good news, told me there was no sign of those 2 major health challenges. Not only that, multiple injuries from playing sports had gone away. 20 years of pollen problems, sneezing, runny nose. My body was rebuilt top to bottom in a 12-month period on this product. Let's fast forward another 2 years, 3 years on the product. This is a picture of me looking younger again and feeling younger. 2014, what you're seeing here is a reflection of what was going on the inside. 2015, what you're seeing here is a reflection of what was going on in the inside at that time. And 2017, 3 years on the product, my complexion was a reflection of what was going on the inside at that time as well. So that was my journey back to health, back to looking younger and feeling younger. Along the way, I adopted the business model behind ASEA, behind the breakthrough. And if I didn't do that, I wouldn't have been able to afford the product. As a matter of fact, I probably couldn't afford to continually to live. It gave us the ability to buy more product for our health. So as a byproduct of helping people, the company sent us thank you checks, and those thank you checks I invested back into my health. So it not only turned my health around, or our health around, mine and Suzanne's, because she had a few health challenges herself, but also a lot of my family members, immediate family, and the rest is history is in regards to health, because I mean, as Stevie said, this product is scientifically impossible not to work. The most compelling business opportunity I've come across in my lifetime. This is something that you can leave a true legacy to the world, be something to be remembered by, and also leave generational wealth to your family. And with that, I'm going to hand back to Kaleen, and Stevie will finish the story.
Fantastic, Danny. Thank you. So now we've had a moment to hear a real live experience of how ASEA has touched Danny's life. And Stevie's going to bring us back to, how that's possible for anyone, really. So Stevie, thanks for tuning back in.
No worries. Thanks for having me back, Kaleen. And thank you very much, Dan. All right, folks, as I said before, with every great breakthrough comes great opportunity. And so ASEA is a life-changing breakthrough, as you just heard from Danny. And that has created a life-changing financial opportunity behind all of this to make a living while bettering people's lives. ASEA is the world's first and only redox signaling supplement for 2 very simple reasons. One, for nearly 3 decades now, no one other than just one man, Dr. Gary L. Samuelson, medical atomic physicist, has been able to figure out how to create and stabilize redox signaling molecules outside of the body. For the 2 decades before Dr. Samuelson's breakthrough work, science had declared that this was impossible. And 2, ASEA is heavily patented. But not only is ASEA not allowed to be copied, it can't be copied, because there's no way to look into a bottle of ASEA and figure out how to reverse engineer it, because there are trade secrets in the making of ASEA. So it can't be copied. That means we have, of course, no copycats. And that means no competition. No one in the world has what ASEA has. No one. And no other products in the world can do what ASEA does. None of them. Nothing else in the world can get to the depth and level of achievement in the human body as what ASEA can, because Redox works on everybody. Everybody needs Redox because nothing in the body works as well or at all, in fact, without Redox. And Redox can't hurt anybody. No other product can make that claim. No juice, pill, super shake, fancy water, or CBD oil or whatever. And so ASEA holds massive opportunities across all health science sectors: healthcare, wellness, sports science, athletic performance, beauty, skincare, aging, longevity. These are multi-trillion-dollar industries. And again, ASEA is the only company in the world that the world can get a Redox supplement from. And so ASEA is an entrepreneur's dream. Our mission here at ASEA is to better people's lives and to be a force for good in the world. We can't do that on our own, and so we look for people to help spread the word. ASEA gives you the opportunity to be paid money just by sharing Redox with others. For people looking for either an extra or part-time or full-time or big time or legacy leaving income, for people who have dreams of a better life, income, lifestyle, there are levels of commissions to meet whatever levels of ambitions. To be able to afford making your goals, dreams, desires a reality, ASEA helps you create income that is both residual and leveraged. You receive a residual income from the first and also all of the repeated purchases ongoingly made by every person you refer to ASEA. And because you can refer as many people as you like, that makes the residual income potential unlimited. On top, you also receive unlimited leveraged residual income from all of the repeated purchases made by every single person your contacts and others also refer. And there's no limits. It doesn't matter how far and wide or how many these referrals can go. Just like when you recommend a good movie, TV series, restaurant, cafe, book, food, homewares, beauty products, health products, all that stuff that we recommend all the time. People tell people, who then tell even more people, and it goes on and on. Word of mouth is the oldest and still today #1 most powerful and effective form of marketing in the world. There's no limits, especially with how connected the world is today. Word spreads worldwide. ASEA is currently in 35 countries and opening new markets every year. Based on existing trends, the annual turnover is projected to exceed $500 million in the next 5 years. Residual income is impressive, but more so, it's important. You have residual bills. Why not residual income? Do you know what happens to most people by the time they're 65? Out of every 100 people, only 1 is wealthy. Only 3 are financially secure. 7 must still work to survive. At 65, not working because they want to, but because they have to. They're a slave to the dollar. And 74 out of every 100 people are dependent on welfare by 65. What's going wrong? What is one of the main financial principles that the top 4% seem to have all figured out that the other 81% didn't? It's how to make money that is no longer dependent on their paid by the hour, selling their time for money, labor intensive or own activity job, otherwise called active income. Listen. Sooner or later, you won't be able to be as active as you are right now. That means you won't be able to have as much active income as you have right now. Now, this may even be more concerning if you're thinking my active income already isn't enough as it is. This is one of the big problems 81% of people get trapped in. Money is an excellent servant, but a terrible master. In other words, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll be a slave for money until you die. I'm not saying jobs are bad. They're a great place to start for most of us. And if you truly do love your job, keep it. You're blessed. But still, find a way to make money outside of your job that won't interfere with what you're currently doing. Because only relying on a single source of active income is not smart and dangerous to your financial security. So for people who are smart, who've been wanting to be in the right place at the right time, who are able to recognize a good thing, who decide to take control of their finances and their freedom, for people who aren't happy with the amount of money that they have or how they have to make it, for people who have dreams and want a better life for themselves, for others, for their loved ones, ASEA is a significant opportunity to be paid significant income from the inevitable growth of its global expansion to afford you those dreams and that real freedom. There's nothing better than making a living from bettering people's lives. That's what you get to do with ASEA. Who we become and what we do is the biggest reward over and above any riches it will make us. Now, don't get me wrong, you can make great money here, that's for sure. You can even be rewarded on top with things like all expenses paid trips to 5-star luxury locations all around the world and have a really great time, meeting great people, making great friends, having great experiences, a great lifestyle, let me tell you. But really, at the end of the day, it's the effect we have on others that is one of the most valuable currencies there is. And that is the heart of ASEA. And it was demonstrated here because the truth is, after big pharmaceutical companies were shown tens of millions of dollars and 17 years worth of powerful research, clinical studies, proving ASEA, those big drug companies offered to pay huge sums of money for the sole and exclusive rights to the ASEA Redox technology. However, those drug companies wanted ASEA to shut down and take everyone off Redox. Thankfully, the founders of ASEA, Virtus and his son Tyler Norton, had the great foresight to see grave concerns and consequences in such a deal. Because Virtus and Tyler saw people like Danny, who went from severe health challenges that once left them and their doctors feeling hopeless to then experiencing life-changing power from Redox. And when Virtus and Tyler saw this, they were filled with a great sense of purpose, great sense of responsibility to get this great breakthrough out for humanity, out to the world. And so Virtus and Tyler couldn't in good conscience sell out. And that's why they didn't, because they have good consciences. They said no to the payout and yes to the people. You see, for Virtus and Tyler, what had once started out as just a very big business play had now become more. The ASEA founders turned down the huge sum of money from big pharmaceutical companies, deciding to go the supplement route rather than the drug route for you, in order to expedite the availability of this technology globally, making it available immediately to everyone without a prescription. One of ASEA's foremost guiding principles was demonstrated here, as is perpetually demonstrated in every decision they make. That is, to always put people and principles before ego and economics. The ASEA founders and corporate team come from big backgrounds, up to Fortune 50 backgrounds. They are exceptionally experienced in running very big, profitable, famous, household name companies, but their corporate soul revolves around putting people first, having an impact, making a difference, helping others to believe, belong, and become more, to be a force for good in the world. So you're in very, very good hands. Get back with the person who shared this with you. Let them know what stood out to you the most. If you have any questions, ask them. They can point you to where you can find the answers easily. There's plenty of university studies, but most importantly, there's hundreds of thousands of real people's life-changing Redox experiences for you to see. ASEA is the real deal. So let me ask you, do you want to be happier and healthier? Do you want to live younger, longer? Of course, right? Of course. You may just want to become an ASEA customer. Or do you have dreams and desires? Do you want to be, do, have, and able to give more? Do you want to help people be happier and healthier? Do you want a better life, income, lifestyle for you, for your loved ones? Do you want that for others? Do you want to increase the prosperity of the planet? Do you want to make a difference in the world? Become part of this Redox reality, and you can become more. If you'll just pass this information on for many, many others, you can better the lives of many, many others. And your life will become better in many, many ways. Thank you very, very much for spending this time with me. My name again is Stevie Aquilina, and thank you, Kaleen, for so much for looking after me.
Thank you, Stevie. That was amazing. You know, as Stevie really just impinged on our hearts, we really are all about bettering people's lives and being a force for good in the world. And it all really does come back to the product. So I'm just going to quickly wrap us up and share my screen as well. And let me move a couple of things around here. Just, you know, to really show you all where it all starts from. So let me just get this into a little bit of a bigger mode here. Okay, so here what you're seeing is just the entire product line, right? Because it is a complete line for cellular health. And we're dealing with what we consider our labor force, the actual redox molecules, as well as some phenomenal raw materials with whole food vitamins, right? So just going back to our flagship product, which is the ASEA Redox Cell Signaling Drink, you can see here it comes 4 bottles to a case. And this graph is really important because if you've decided tonight, if you're in my zone, or tomorrow morning, that you're ready to try this product as a guest here on the webinar, and you get back to the person that invited you, you definitely want to make sure you're thinking with the fact that you don't want to just try a bottle or even just try a case. You really want to commit to at least 3 months. I really say go for 6 months. But this graph shows you the difference in terms of you as a consumer being able to perceive the results. So we find with 10 years of consumer knowledge of this product being on the market that with just trying it for a week or a month, only about maybe 10 to 15% of you are going to go, oh yeah, this is really changing things in my body. We know that it is and can show it to you through lab work in your blood work, but you may not necessarily feel it. But you see at 3 months on the product, taking it correctly every day with a good product plan, there's over a 95% success rate in terms of people really seeing a difference. And that makes everything, because it's results that speak. This again is just a visual to show you that we do have the topical gel. You saw the incredible before and after pictures from Stevie. And that's the Renew 28 you see to the right. And then just to the left of that, we have the Renew Advanced Serum, which is also full of live redox molecules at twice the strength of the gel. And that is part of just a phenomenal skincare program and product line that complements the molecules as well. So you can get your questions answered about that if you'd like to know more about that. And then again, going back to raw materials, we didn't reinvent vitamins. There's incredible vitamins out there in the world, and they've been a part of our lives for over 100 years in terms of just vitamins in general. But what makes the ASEA Via nutrition line really standalone phenomenal product for raw materials is that each formula that you see here has a built-in patented absorption complex, because you guys know it's not just what you take, but it's can you absorb it. And so this factors in that some of us may not have strong digestion or gut health, which has been an issue that I've had from just autoimmune conditions. So to be able to know that you can absorb almost all of this formula, which is all coming from food, is an incredible benefit. So again, find out more about that. And this is just a quick orientation point before you order your product. Some of you might get really excited. You might have Amazon Prime accounts. You love eBay, whatever it is. You may see these products that we've shared with you tonight on those third-party websites, but they are not the direct source and best way to get them. We strongly encourage you to always go back to the person that invited you to this webinar, because they are a distributor of the product, directly linked and trained by the company and all of our field educators. And then with that, you can see, because just from this visual here, you know you're getting purity, you're getting it directly from source. You're guaranteed that the product isn't expired. There are people unknowingly that have ordered it off of other websites and gotten expired product because it's someone just offloading some product. You know that it's safe. You're going to get the incredible product support and education directly from your distributor, as well as customer service at our home office. And you also are eligible for incredible free product points, which we call our loyalty rewards program. So you might be looking at yourself as a consumer tonight, totally fine. We've got 3 accounts that you can choose from as a consumer. We always recommend the wholesale accounts, which I'll show you in a moment. As Stevie and Danny have definitely inspired us, you might have decided, wow, I'd love to share ASEA with others. And again, we have phenomenal systems in place to help train you to do that, even if it's just to get your product paid for, or you'd like additional income, or you'd love to have full-time income and really change your whole life, or change your career and replace the income that your current full-time job is doing. Whatever your dream is, we can help you put together a product plan as a consumer and a business strategy that's right for you to have your own global online business, all from your home, which is incredible during these times. This is just a quick summary, this visual of the different accounts that we have. So we do have what we call a retail customer account where you pay full price, but why would you want to do that? Preferred customer account gives you the wholesale pricing and the incredible loyalty reward free product program. The associate account you see has the most perks and benefits. It allows you to share ASEA with others and have very discounted first-time enrollment packages, the free product program, as well as incredible promotions that are unique to this account. So definitely, again, take the time to learn about what's the right account for you when you order your product. And we're just going back to really inviting you to support your body's ability to maintain and reclaim health. And to wrap us up, I'm going to share a phenomenal quote from one of our founders, Vertus Norton. You heard a bit about Vertus and Tyler earlier today from Stevie. This is his own words. He says, "We are all at the start of something big with great purpose, and right now is the moment that we begin influencing the future. We can change the world." So I always leave you with that quote because we just want you to know that as part of the ASEA family, we are change makers in the world. We are sharing this revolutionary health breakthrough and this new concept that was a missing picture of how the body heals and repairs itself. So whether you're ready to get started on your product tonight, you now have this knowledge. Take the time to continue to educate yourself if that's needed before you buy your product. Make sure you get a good product plan, get all your questions answered, and please stay in communication with your distributor. Let them know how it's going while you have your product experience and or start your new online business, because the more you stay in communication, the more that we can help you achieve your goals. And this really does change lives. So with that, that officially ends our presentation.